Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. At the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Waiting. Mike 54. Go. I'm going. 19. I'm going back.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Penny. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second down 6 at the Vikings 41-yard line.
From the 41, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Alert. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Penny, a first down carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a run with Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Let's go, defense. Let's alpha.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing out Wilson on 1st down. It's caught. Lockett. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
You got nothing. He's checking. Crash. Watch the safety line.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A big play there out of Cook. 45 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack there by Rasheem Green. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Bailey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Wilson forced out to his left. Finding room at the 30. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Returnable for Sherrills. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Torrey Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a goal.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Muhammad Wilkerson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now.
Subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. On 3rd and 1, Wilson under pressure. pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Danielle Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Good route here. They're going to need some therapy after this. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Better bring it. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Returnable for Lockett. Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Covered a lot of ground there, 81 yards on the punt return. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he'll pull it down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now Cook, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. They run again on first down, Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to work. Cook able to, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, good move. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Wilson leaves it for Petty. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Danielle Hunter in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danielle Hunter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Harris to return. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start the drive with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Touch 50, touch 50. Go 14.
They'll toss it to Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
All go special. All go special.
Wilson to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
But how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Stepping up, he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Cousins now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.